Yo, what is going on, guys? So we are back with another video for you here today, and in this one I wanted to talk a little bit more about that unannounced Call of Duty mobile game that's coming sometime in 2022. For those of you that don't know, Activision is indeed working on a new Call of Duty mobile project, and they have 4 studios working on this game at the moment. Now, I've been making videos on this game and what I suspect it's going to be for a while now, and if you've seen those videos, then you know that my guess is that it is Warzone Mobile. I think that the Warzone brand has essentially become a sub-brand of Call of Duty, and it's now transcended the original game that it was a part of course being Modern Warfare 2019, and it's now included content from Cold War, it's going to include content from Vanguard, and I suspect that they want to bring that Warzone success over to the mobile platform and make a mobile spin-off with that Warzone name. That's basically what I've said in my previous Warzone Mobile videos, but in this one I want to go ahead and go with the assumption that this isn't a Warzone mobile game, but actually another game similar to the Call of Duty mobile game that already exists on Android and iOS, and I want to talk about if it is like that, what can we expect for it and how is it going to be different. So disregarding the theory that this game is going to end up being Warzone Mobile, what else could it be if it wasn't Warzone? Well, if it was a game similar to Call of Duty Mobile in that it's focused on multiplayer and it has the traditional multiplayer modes like TDM, Search and Destroy, all of that good stuff, what would it actually end up being? Because if it was just another Call of Duty mobile game, well then why would we play the new one versus the old one where we have all of our skins and all of our progress and stuff like that? I don't think it's going to be necessarily the same in the sense that it's not going to have the same setting as Call of Duty Mobile. I think if they did make another game similar to the COD Mobile that already exists, I think it would need a completely different setting. And what I mean by it needs a completely different setting, I mean that it doesn't necessarily need to be a modern shooter. Call of Duty Mobile is pretty modern in that most of the guns are guns that exist currently. Most of the maps and stuff are pretty grounded. They're not futuristic. They're not from like World War I or World War II or anything like that. Most of it is basically a modern setting. So if they made a new game similar to Call of Duty Mobile, I think they would either have to go with being a futuristic Call of Duty, or it would have to go with being an older Call of Duty. If they went the older route, then it would basically be something that they've already done on PC and console. Obviously, they've made older games in the World War II setting like Call of Duty World War II, Vanguard. They've made settings in the Cold War during the whole US-Russia conflict. They've made a bunch of games, Black Ops 1 taking place during the Vietnam era. They've made a bunch of games in these older settings already, so it would make sense that maybe they want to do that again, but on the mobile platform. And then of course the other route that they could go is making a futuristic Call of Duty mobile game, something similar to Advanced Warfare, Infinite Warfare, or Black Ops 3. All 3 of these games had insane movement, they had jetpacks, you could play as robots and stuff. So these games obviously went the futuristic route and did something completely different that Call of Duty wasn't necessarily known for. They could be potentially bringing that back and making it into a mobile game. I think these are the 2 most likely scenarios. Either they're making a COD mobile game that's taking place during the World War I all the way up to the World War II era, and of course it could also be something similar to Cold War or to the Vietnam era, or they're making something that's completely different and they're going ahead and making a futuristic Call of Duty mobile game that's going to be something similar to like what we saw with Advanced Warfare, Infinite Warfare, or Black Ops 3. It's really hard to predict how they're going to go about doing this, whether they go the old school route or whether they go with the futuristic route, because either way, I think the game would be successful and I think it would be really cool to see on mobile. There aren't too many games that have been really successful in the level of Call of Duty Mobile that have done this, so it would be really interesting to see what they end up doing. They could definitely use the same setting as Vanguard and then have a bunch of content that kind of bleeds over from Vanguard going into the mobile version. Obviously, I'm not saying that they're going to port Vanguard over to mobile, but rather they do a mobile spin-off with very similar content. That way they can do crossover events and crossover content going into both games. They could definitely go that route, or like I said, they could go with another setting that takes place even older or slightly newer than that. Now for me personally, I would rather see them go with a futuristic Call of Duty mobile game because I feel like I'm kind of tired of the World War II setting right now. I'd like a break from it. It's one of the reasons why I haven't really jumped on to Vanguard so far, just because It's just something that's been done a bunch in the last few years, so I would like to see a change of pace and going back into that futuristic setting, because it's been a few years since we've actually seen that from Call of Duty. I would definitely love to see something like Infinite Warfare or Advanced Warfare come to the mobile platform, and it would be really interesting for them as well, because they could go ahead and kind of test out and see, does the Call of Duty mobile community even want something futuristic, and that might influence their next game that goes to the PC and consoles. We've just been getting a ton of modern age shooters or World War II era shooters and stuff in the last couple of years, so it would be really awesome to see a game go back into that futuristic setting, just to give us a little bit of variety in the games that we have available. Like I mentioned earlier, I don't necessarily think it'll be a modern setting, especially something like the Modern Warfare franchise, because I think there's been enough content that's came over from Modern Warfare 2019 into Call of Duty Mobile that I don't necessarily see them dedicating an entire game to it. There's enough content that's came over from Modern Warfare 2019, and I don't really see them actually making the effort to bring those maps over to this new game again, just to have this game essentially be Modern Warfare Mobile. So overall, I do think if this doesn't end up being Warzone Mobile, it might be another game similar to Call of Duty Mobile, but it most likely will either take place in the past or it will take place in the future. Now, this probably won't end up happening because I think there would be a ton of backlash, but it would be really funny to see if all of this hype surrounding this potentially being Warzone Mobile or Modern Warfare Mobile or whatever it may end up being, it would be really funny to see if this ends up being like a Call of Duty strategy game or like a Call of Duty card game or something. Obviously, I do not think this is going to happen, but imagine the disappointment from the Call of Duty community if this game was being hyped up as Warzone Mobile or Modern Warfare Mobile, and then it's like a Clash Royale ripoff with Call of Duty characters. I think it would be pretty funny. I definitely do not want that to happen, so I'm going to go ahead and knock on wood here, just so that that doesn't end up happening. I don't end up jinxing it or anything like that, because I definitely think that they would get a lot of hate if this didn't end up being either Warzone Mobile or something similar to Call of Duty Mobile. If it ends up being a strategy game or a card game or a MOBA or something like that, I think there would definitely be a ton of backlash. But let me know your guys' thoughts on what this game is going to end up being. Do you guys think that if they go the Call of Duty Mobile route, that it's going to take place in the past, or do you think it's going to take place in the future? Personally, like I said, I would prefer the future, but we'll go ahead and see what you guys end up thinking in the comments down below. But anyway, with all of that being said, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one.